Flip and Marc allegedly made amends on Spaces yesterday. I want to thank everyone who participated in it, but there are a few thoughts that have been bothering me that will make Flip angry again. And Marc is intentionally doing all of them. Flip, there's a reason why Marc was so angry with you, rather than with anyone else. Additionally, he will never be seen doing it with anyone else. He was demonstrating to you that you are not the only person who can lose their mind in a group setting. It's not only you who expects respect. You are not alone in wanting to escalate the situation to the point of physical harm or conflict. That's one thing. However, I continue to draw these connections, and they continue to be disregarded. Turn over. Marc can include in his own content what Joel advised you to alter about yourself. The show was the first thing we did, and we merely connected it to the show. Oh, Flip. Because of your poor improv, Marc now has the IN and performs. That's the first strike. Strike 2, Marc would pretend to be injured by wearing a neck brace, a phony hospital guard, and other accessories while performing the wrestling scene and all the other acts. Like you, he will perform quote-unquote skits, but he is not viewed in the same way. And this one, possibly the most heinous, just took place yesterday. Special thanks to Marc. Marc, to be clear, I was the first to suggest that Marc should have a Patreon channel in the first place. Therefore, one of our discussions was about Patreon and what he needs to improve on it, for a period. And the reason I know this is because Joe became very upset when Marc became a subscriber to my channel. Thus, Marc creates a Patreon channel and obtains the information he requires from all Patreon users. Cheers. This incident occurred yesterday, and since he is making movies, the first one is actually one of several. Give him a shout out. But in his own words, one of the primary videos was a reaction to what transpired between him and Flip. Joel instructed Flip to cease doing this while he was working on the pod. Give up sharing this kind of information. Put an end to breaching the fourth wall. Joe then stopped Flip from talking about topics he would discuss on the pod on his own channel. You have this now. This is the most interaction any of his Patreon videos have ever gotten. Additionally, it has to do with something that happened on the pod. At first, he was successful in enlightening others about the events that took place aboard the pod. Personally, I don't really mind this at all. Let me clarify. My opinions about what occurs on the pod are the basis of my entire Patreon. But where is the line that draws that? Why is Marc able to achieve all of these things, whereas Flip cannot? And even though I seem simple when I say this, this is a true thing. Right now, it's several things. Josen might be impulsive about one thing. The second incident that occurs is coincidental. Maybe his attention isn't on him. But the third event is a pattern. I understand now that you are intentionally harming me, but why? Why? Flip is aware that Joe is not attempting to fire him, so why is he attempting to do so? Why has he been attempting to shun me like this all along? To make matters worse, Marc is aware of all of this. Marc is taking advantage of Flip by doing all of this. So he will discuss it on his Patreon whenever he enrages someone. And since I know he saw a huge spike in subscribers yesterday, we're all going to pay attention.
What occurs if he bases his entire channel on Joe's back? I'm doing it. The audience includes me. I'm a member of the group. We're constructing an ecology as a whole. However, you're just stealing my ecosystem when it comes to Marc right now. What would happen if Joe, like he does with Flip, laid the law down with Marc? But since everyone continues stating this, here's another distinction. According to what Marc and I originally discussed, Marc will quit if he feels so disrespected that it prevents him from doing what he wants to do. Even though Joe is Joe, he cannot afford for Marc Lamont Hill to leave. For some strange reason, he is trying to force Flip out the door and cannot afford to lose both Melissa Ford and Marc Lamont Hill. Let's be clear though, because everyone is talking about the wink that Marc made before he and Flip blew out. I also witnessed it. I saw that too. But that doesn't mean a wink doesn't mean to me. Everyone talks about their personal problems, but no one discusses Joe's mental health or his thoughts on the future he envisions for his role, his co-host, and the participants. Avoid allowing Joe and Marc to engage in the same Flip and Marc did, since it will be even more severe. Joe is already pointing out Marc's antics and strategies toward him and the co-hosts, as I keep stating. Additionally, he may call it out because he's the boss. However, he has noticed and does. I just want everyone to know that. Flip has a valid grievance. He is acting like a sucker when he says Marc does suck, but it isn't perceived as such. It is regarded as intellectual, because intelligent people move like this. This is the bit that everyone is missing, though. This is how intelligent individuals respond to their opponents. Turn over. A target is on your back. For what reason are you marked? It has nothing to do with your boisterous behavior. It has nothing to do with your loudness. Evidently, as Marc just yelled back at you, "I can match this energy," he views you as Joe's greatest threat, which is why he is acting this way toward you. Joe has only shown favoritism toward you. So much so that Joe was annoyed when you and Melissa got into a fight because he knew he would have to choose. He was aware that he would need to choose. Furthermore, I don't even believe he chose in the end. Melissa did because after reading a comment made yesterday, I thought, damn, you are right. This is what he said. Recall Joe's statement that he would compensate individuals for failing to appear. As soon as he said this, I remembered it. What I thought was, damn you right. He was acting in that manner. However, as it was, what was the comeback time? To be ascertained. I'm sorry, TDB or TBD. Melissa said, what do you know? Fuck this. I truly do have enough mobility with Spotify. Therefore, I decided to go solo at last. But no, folks, this shit is serious. This shit is profound. Finally, I want to thank everyone on Patreon for your support since I've been getting on this backside for the past couple of films. Hey, congrats to all of you who traveled to Patreon yesterday. I have never had more than 40 members sign up in a single day. It was fire. I am unable to hold you. Anyway, I'm listening to these pods, dog, and I've been obsessed with Monet. I'm not sure if my role will change in the near future. I'm going to overanalyze Monet next week. Therefore, if everyone is following in my footsteps, I may have been the first to do so. I don't like what I'm going to talk about, so get ready for it. She has a lot going on. She's working hard. In fact, I might talk about what I saw her do on The Patriot recently. Go over there and tune in. If you like the video, please like it. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the page. If so, you already know how awesome we are. We will continue to show up. We will continue to show up. Hello everyone, thank you for attending that Gil with Arenas video. I succeeded last night. Attempting to improve your video production skills overnight. I can then wake up to watch videos, and you all give that one love. Man, you guys keep showing up. We will continue to move this along. The influx has arrived. The holiday season has arrived. YouTube is making money. I advise you all to start making. Together, let's get this money. I'll see you all soon. Calm.